Have you ever heard the term buy once, cry once? I used to think it was just something that rich people would use to justify why they can spend so much money. But over time, I started using that philosophy myself and I realized something. There actually are a handful of items in my life that make my every single day better. And I'm not talking about something absurdly expensive like a luxury watch, although maybe for another video. Today, we're talking about items that I actually use every single day. Today, I'm breaking down the things that I've spent more on and don't regret for a second. Hi guys, my name is Josh and welcome to my channel. I talk about lifestyle, menswear, and everything in between. If you're new here, make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button. It just helps my channel grow and helps me make better content for you guys in the future. Starting with one you probably weren't expecting. Considering this is still predominantly a channel where I talk about menswear, you probably thought I was going to start with a well-tailored suit. Well, you're right. But we're not starting there. I'm gonna make you wait for it. The first thing that I'm so glad I spent more money on is actually where I live. I'm not talking about this home specifically, even though yes, I am glad that I'm in the space that I'm in, but what I mean specifically is the location of where I live in the city. I've looked at bigger homes with better views, with space for a hot tub, for a pool, places on paper that look incredible, and I'm sure it would probably make me feel just a little bit better. However, every time I see them, I keep coming back here because ultimately, anywhere in the city that I live that actually has my dream house is way too far out of town. And everything that I actually enjoy day to day in my life is right here. Coffee shops that I walk to, easy beach days, workout classes, hiking, it's all within a 5 to 10 minute walk. The reason I bring this up is because ultimately your environment shapes your habits. If you want the city life, if you want the close cafes, if you want the bars, the restaurants, the friendship, you're probably going to have to live somewhere in a city center. Don't move to the outskirts and tell yourself, oh, I'll just do the drive. You won't. If you want peace and quiet, that's totally cool. I'm not here to judge. If that's what you really want, go out and get it. Spend more money on that. But if you want that peace and quiet, don't go live in a city center where you're going to be miserable with traffic and noise and all that crap. What you want to do is make sure you understand what it is you truly want with where you live. For me personally, it definitely costs a little bit more to live in the city center. I have to live with a slightly smaller space. Boo-hoo. It's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make for the things that I want in my life. Because ultimately, paying for the right location isn't a waste of money, it's paying for the life you want. The second thing that I spent a lot of money on and wish I'd done sooner is the camera that I'm recording this video with. This was a huge upgrade because I love taking photos and I love making videos. This Sony a6700 is incredible. Let me know down in the comment section below if you actually noticed an upgrade in quality in these videos. But ultimately, this one applies to more than just cameras. We're talking about gear that you use in your everyday hobbies. Let me tell you a quick story about myself and skiing. For years, I was that guy that was skiing with Facebook Marketplace crap. Old skis, even older boots, purchased from a guy who's older than both of them. This guy probably owned them for about 20 years. And yeah, sure, they were cheap, they worked for him, it got me started, that's all fine and dandy. But my feet were killing me every single run. I couldn't turn properly. The moment there was good powder, I didn't understand how it was even possible to enjoy skiing because my skis would just sink or it would be way too much effort to turn, and I always thought it was me. Maybe it was partially me, but I know that it wasn't entirely me because the day I finally decided to get a pair of good skis and good boots, all of a sudden I could just turn, I could enjoy powder. My feet didn't kill me every single time I went up on the ski hill. And overnight, skiing went from being a chore that I pretended to enjoy to be social with friends to something I genuinely enjoyed. It wasn't just tolerable, it was fun. And now that I can actually enjoy my time on the hill, I can get better, I can feel better, I can ski better with my friends, and now we can even go and do ski trips elsewhere and have a ton of fun. And that probably wouldn't have happened if I stayed with those crappy old skis and boots. Yes, it got me started when I didn't know if I was going to enjoy skiing. Yes, I didn't pay a whole lot of money, but did I put myself through hell because of it? Oh yeah. Did I take way too long to upgrade? Oh yeah, I wish I would have done it substantially earlier. And this applies to every single hobby. With this camera, I'm hopefully gonna take more photos, I'm hopefully gonna make better videos for you. But take it even a step further. Say you're a rock climber, take your basic rock climbing shoes and get a better pair of rock climbing shoes. Say you play guitar, go and get a better guitar. I promise it's going to make your life so much better and you're going to enjoy your hobbies more. For the next upgrade, this is a simple one. The couch that I sit on every single day. Think about it, regardless of how busy you are, I guarantee guarantee that you're gonna be spending some time on your couch every single day. And if it's not you, it's gonna be friends, it's gonna be family, because you're probably going to be having people over at least once in a blue moon. You use your couch to relax, to watch something, to edit these YouTube videos, do your finances, whatever. You're going to be on your couch relatively often, and you want it to be a comfortable experience. I've had the cheap couch before. It is not satisfying. Is it cheap? Does it work? Again, yes. Will it suffice? Sure. Is it my lifelong goal to own a cheap, shitty couch? Absolutely not. This was one of the biggest upgrades that I made in my entire house, and I love every single minute of it. It is so comfortable that I've actually even slept here when I've had a bunch of friends staying over for a soccer tournament. I was genuinely happy to be on this couch for a good 8 hours. Was this couch cheap? Absolutely not. I was desperate for a white couch because I just love the aesthetic of a white or cream couch, and I had a dog at the time. Those two typically don't go well together, so I needed something that was easy to clean, and I went with an Italian top grade leather. That shit's not cheap, but did it work at the time? Yes. Is it perfect now? Absolutely still yes. A nice couch like this is something that you should have for the next 10, 15, 20 years if you do it right. If you can't afford a nice couch, that's one thing. But if you're just choosing not to buy a nice couch, I promise you, you are doing it wrong. Again, I've gone the route of a cheap couch and it didn't last. Within months, there were divots in the couch where I was sitting regularly. There were stains that I didn't love and I couldn't really easily get out. Even springs that were just going on it within even a couple months of ownership. Even though I spent a couple grand on it, it still wasn't enough. But trust me, if you upgrade anything in this list, make it be your couch or the next one, your bed. Because along the same lines as a couch, I wish I'd upgraded my bed sooner. I can't make this any more simple. Your sleep is crucial for everything in your life. You want it to be comfortable, you want it to breathe, you want it to feel incredible so that you actually enjoy going to bed every single night. Like a lot of dudes, my bed setup was an afterthought for the longest time. The duvet cover, what the hell is that? My sheets, who cares? Linens, meh. Pillow, pff, it's fine. It wasn't until I had a girlfriend that started complaining about where I was sleeping, and all of a sudden things changed real quick. Now I've got breathable fabrics in my duvet cover, my linens are high quality, my pillows are so much better. Seriously, the synthetic garbage that a lot of you guys are probably still using for your duvet covers or your linens is crap. It traps heat and makes it impossible to have a good night's sleep. Yes, it's expensive. Everything that you see here I got from West Elm, and it wasn't cheap. It was on sale, but it still wasn't cheap. But I promise this is something that I wish I had done years ago. It's not luxury for the sake of luxury, it's common sense. You want to be able to sleep, you want to be able to be your best self, and it starts with where you wake up. For the next one, if you know me, you can probably guess it, it's my coffee setup. This is another one that I don't regret for a single second. Not because it's fancy, but because it's consistent. There are fancier espresso machines out there, and yes, La Marzocco, I'm definitely eyeing you up for the future. But ultimately, the coffee setup I have right now is perfect for just about everything that I could want. It's part of my morning ritual, especially when life gets busy. And if that phrase sounds like deja vu, it's because you probably came from one of my previous videos on the things that you should take care of when life gets busy. But if you haven't seen it, I'll link it down in the description below. I've talked about small habits that are important to anchor your day, and this is one of them. Starting your day intentionally will always beat rushing out the door. The coffee setup that I'm using is a Breville Barista Express Impress, and yes, it was about $1,100. And then with the accessories, it's probably a couple extra $100, but I promise you the coffee that I get out of it is incredible. And yes, am I still learning? Absolutely. Is there still lots of room to learn with this machine? Absolutely. So in a way, it's kind of almost even a hobby upgrade, because coffee is something that you could dig down the rabbit hole and learn so much about. Some would say to an unhealthy degree, but I digress. Even being able to make coffee for my friends has been an absolute joy. I've got people coming to watch soccer with me in the morning now because yeah, Man United, we're garbage. We at least can enjoy good coffee while I cry in sadness. The next thing that I recently upgraded and I am so thankful for is my speaker setup. Let's get real for a minute, because music at home is a vibe. This really hit during my New Year's party because I was able to have music in multiple rooms that still synced up together perfectly. That really helped me control the energy without just having one main speaker that blasts music and then anybody who's standing near it can't hear a damn thing. The speaker setup that I'm using is one of the big heavy hitters. It's Sonos. I actually just recently purchased their Sonos Eras 100 and one of their Roams so that way I can bring music all the way throughout my house. I already had a Google Home and Google Home Mini and it kind of did that, but it is incredible the difference that I can hear already by upgrading my speaker setup. The sound quality that you get is just unbelievable, and I always thought for the price that there's no way that it could possibly be that much better. It is. Again, noticing a trend, it's something that I wish I'd bought substantially earlier because the sound quality is just incredible. And because the Sonos ecosystem is so easy to add items later, I'm already thinking about where else in my house I can put a nice Sonos speaker. Yes, I'm even already pondering moving my television setup slightly, getting a soundbar, maybe a subwoofer. Yeah, we're running down that rabbit hole. Is it dangerous and expensive? Oh yeah. Will it be worth it? Yeah, yeah. Because let's face it, good sound is incredible to have. Whether or not you're cooking, having friends over, listening to a movie, you're always going to want a little bit of sound to just set the atmosphere. And having good speakers changes that immediately. This is one of those purchases that I made that changes the experience of my entire house. All right, now let's talk about the custom suit. Here's the thing. I don't actually need a suit for my day-to-day job, which is exactly why when I do wear a suit, I want people to notice. That's why I choose custom, because ultimately off-the-rack suits are not meant to fit anybody. They're meant to kind of fit, and they're meant to be an affordable price point, but it's not going to flatter your body anywhere nearly as well as a custom suit could ever do. Because a custom suit will actually flatter your body, it'll keep you breathable, cool, and looking incredibly stylish. It'll fit your body properly, it'll complement your shape, and you're going to get more compliments than you've ever had in your entire life. Yes, I understand that custom suits can be expensive. This one that I created was upwards of $1,600, and I understand that that's a lot to swallow for a lot of people. However, when you're going custom, you can often get free tailoring for life. Yes, that's not super helpful if you're gonna get it substantially bigger. However, if you're planning on losing a little bit of weight, you can always get it taken in just a little bit further. And if you're going to go the custom route, make sure you get a nice versatile suit, something in like a charcoal gray or a navy. That way you can bring it with you to weddings, funerals, interviews, events, you name it. You will get so much more use out of it once it's a garment that you actually want to wear. Trust me guys, the moment you go and get yourselves a nice well-fitted suit, it is going to change the game forever, and then you're actually going to be actively looking for excuses to go out and wear it in public. And then if you're going to go and own a nice custom suit, make sure you take care of it. Use proper hangers, steam it once in a while, and then God forbid you get something on it, go and take it to the cleaners because they're the professionals. You want to look your best anytime you're wearing a suit and you want it to be ready for use. Well, if you made it this far guys, thank you so much for watching. At the end of the day, this video is not necessarily about buying luxury things. It's about investing in high quality pieces where it actually will improve your life day to day. It's not about getting more things, it's about getting fewer items that are better quality. And if you focus on that, I guarantee you're going to get more use out of these things and you're going to enjoy it that much more. If you're trying to curate a life that you genuinely enjoy, start here. Let me know down in the comment section below the one item that you wish that you would have purchased sooner or spent a little bit more money on. Once that's done, I guess I can say goodbye. I'll wait. I see the comments. There's not enough of them. There's views. You guys are liking it. You're listening to that part. Still waiting to get a comment. I promise. I'll respond to every single one. I'm not saying bye until you comment on this video. All right, well, I got stuff to do. Comment down below. Take care, guys. Have an incredible rest of your day.